Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 29th of March. I wanted to go over the 8 books that I read in Jan and Feb, even though it is April right now. I just wanted to go over my reads of those 2 months, and I kind of want to do a 2-month update, like every 2 months I do an update on the books that I've been reading and like my ratings, and I'm going to tell you the cost, my rating, the format that I read it in because I am reading in different format, and whether I would read it again. Hopefully I remember those categories because I actually don't have good memory. The way that I remember all of these things is I have a reading journal where I go and document the books that I've been reading. So this is my cover page. I don't know if you can see clearly. It's on my iPad. It says 2022 there. I know you can't see it right now, but it says 2022. And I don't know if it has a theme. I kind of just draw whatever. But right now it's really nature themed. Nature themed and like, greenery and stuff like that. Even though it's like I'm not making sense. Anyways, so then I kind of just like document like with each month what I've read. I haven't filled in March yet, but March was just like one book. I just read It Ends With Us. My reading goal is 15 by the end of the year. So it's the Goodreads reading challenge thing. So my goal is 15. I'm very positive that I will pass 15. After 15, I kind of just want to see how far I can go. And I think the type of books that I'm into are like romance, fantasy, and I kind of want to get into not like horror, but like I like that like gruesomeness or like horror-ish type thing. So I like that, like Verity. Like I really enjoyed Verity. So I kind of want to go more into that genre, but for now I am doing fantasy and romance. I'm kind of catching up on like book talk things, as much as people like are like, no, book talk books aren't even that worth it. I kind of just read it by myself and kind of rate it for myself. So you'll see that a lot of these books are book talk related books, but I do want to branch out. Like I know I watched Steph Bohrer, I think that's her surname. Steph, I watch her. I don't remember names. Jack Edwards. I watch Jack Edwards, and I'm kind of wanting to start watching more booktubers, more book talk people, because I really like seeing like recommendations, and like I really just want to have an assortment of things that I'm reading. So let's start off. Is it a reading list? The reading list, my Jan-Feb reading list. First book that I read was Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I gave it an 8 out of 10 and I read it as a Kindle. Listen, it's not like you need to watch it. You need to read it. But I found it... How did I find it? I found it cute. It was cute. I recognized the tropes, the tropes that booktubers and book talkers talk about. So enemies to lovers, friends to enemies to lovers. So I recognized that and it was well done, not gonna lie. I didn't write a cast for this one. I don't think I was imagining anyone as it. The second book that I read in 2022 was Verity. This one, oh my gosh, it got a 9.75 out of 10. You never know. Next thing you know, it rounds up and it becomes a 10 because Verity was so good. Just like the end was like, oh, but the whole book, the beginning line, it was so great. I read it as a Kindle, but I have the physical copy. That's how much I loved it. The castings, okay? I said Lowen was Emilia Clarke. Jeremy was Taylor Kinney, and Verity was Gwyneth Paltrow. Not to say that there's anything wrong about Gwyneth Paltrow, I just thought of her as that. Then I read Ugly Love. Did not write anything. Let me show you my page. Did not write anything. I think, let me check my Goodreads. Ugly Love, I gave it a 4 out of 5. My comment was, it was a medium paced book, easy read, it's cute if you're into mushy romance. Which it is. It's cute. I mean, it wasn't like it changed my life, but it was cute. So 4 out of 5. Read that in 2 days. Because I read this from the 25th of Jan to the 27th. So I read it in 2 days. And I read, the format was a physical book. Next one I read was The Cruel Prince, the first book, like, of the Folk of Air. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Gave it a 4 out of 5, Cruel Prince. I don't have a cast for that yet, but I really want to make a cast. I don't know why, but I don't have a cast for that one yet. Then I read Vibe, Pandora's Box, Part 1, number 1. It was a 3 out of 5. It wasn't good. Like, I mean, I wish there was more of a storyline. It was mainly other stuff. Then I read November 9 by Colleen Hoover. Gave it a 4 out of 5. Cast. Now, this is going to be weird because one of the cast members is a booktuber. Fallon is Steph Bohrer, and Benton is Richard Madden. Okay, if it's out of 10, an 8.75 out of 10. I read it as a soft cover, so a physical copy. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wrote it's cute. I think there was a lot of places where I was shocked. It's worth reading, so I would read it again. Why not? Next one I read was All the Bright Places. Now, I know that this book is old. I've watched the movie before reading the book, and the movie didn't do justice to the book. The book, I gave it a 5 out of 5. And it was just, I don't know, like someone who relates to that kind of stuff, who deals with that kind of stuff sometimes, it was a 5 out of 5 for me. Didn't make a cast because I kind of just pictured the cast the way that the movie was, because I watched the movie first. Yeah, I even wrote like quotes. So the quote was like, I was here too, before I die I want to, and then I even want to get a tattoo from this book. So that's the end of Feb. I didn't tell you when Feb started, and I'm so sorry. And in March I read It Ends With Us. My cast: Lily is Madeline Petchet. Ryle, I kind of wanted to also make a diverse cast. So Ryle is Trevor Jackson, and Atlas was Lucas Sabat. The book, 4 out of 5. The format, I did audiobook and physical book. Yeah, so it was a good book. The end was just like, you know, like, as much I expected to like bawl my eyes out, be depressed from this book, but it wasn't depressing. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, cool, close book. So yeah, that's the books that I have read this year, and my opinions and my ratings and all of that. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit more detailed. So today is the day. Today is the 1st of April. Happy April Fools, but this is not an April Fools. Please excuse the fact that I was chewing like a horse in that video. I was way too excited and I had gum in my mouth and it looks pretty gross. I'm still gonna keep the clip because it's like authentic clip, so yeah. So I just wanted to say, please excuse that. Thank you. My emotion today is very excited for 2 reasons. One, even though I haven't thought of this man in like ages, he released a song. Yep, Hairstyles released a song last night, and before I kind of just had low expectations. I'm not really that into pop sensation type music, if that makes sense. So I really associated him with like really poppy music, but his new song is so indie. And not to be like those people like, I'm so indie. No, I just like how it's different, and I really like it. So that song, as it was, 10 out of 10. I won't lie to you, 10 out of 10. Would recommend listening to it. And I think it shows, like, you know, just his development. That's weird, but yeah. First thing that I'm excited about. Second thing, hold on, someone's walking past the car and they're making me feel. Second thing, the Mini Cooper is going to be ready in like an hour, basically an hour. And You know, I just went to Mini Cooper to make sure that all of the documents are there. And, you know, everything's there. Yeah, and I'm really excited. I think I saw it on the floor, actually, which made me even more excited. So, like, I have, like, the way that my excitement, like, feels, it feels like I have anxiety. But, like, the type of anxiety where I'm like, oh, I don't mind, you know? Yeah, I'm really excited. I think today is going to be a really good day. I haven't, like, felt that way in a long time. So I think that's another thing that's making me excited, that it just feels like a great day. I haven't been feeling happy in a long time, so it's really nice. Yeah. So it's 2 minutes to 2. This is my last ride in the Polo. Shame, I won't lie, I'm gonna miss it a lot. It was cute. But now we're gonna go fetch the Mini Cooper. I'm supposed to fetch it at 2. I don't know if they're ready. The reason why I'm like rushing is because I have to go and fetch my sister at school. I'm so sorry for these angles. These angles are not it, but I'm holding my phone while I'm holding the steering wheel, so yeah. Low-key sad, low-key like excited. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. I have to go, but this is what it looks like. That's how the old Polo looked like. And now this is the new Mini Cooper. Okay. See, here's like the controls, and like here's, and then I have an overhead view, and then I mean, I'll show you properly once I have the time, but I have to go and fetch my sister. But the next video that I actually want to make is a TBR for April, but like I am a little bit scared of that because that means that I'm actually going to have to read it, or try my best to read it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.